Alright, good evening everyone. Welcome to the channel. Tonight, we're hoping to finish Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. We are down to the last faction in terms of trophies. We've got just the Huana to go. We're looking at our, when it comes up, look at all the various quests we've got open. We've got the Coming Storm, which we need to do. Seeker Slayer Survivor's been done, Beast of Winter's been done, Forgotten Sanctum is done. Okay, the Huana, we've got to go finish those two. Friendship People will fail, because we've already done their faction. Valiant Trading Company will also fail. Royal Deadfire Company will also fail. These two family quests. The Cruel Cargo should finish now, because we're actually at Oreo Koiki. And Family Pride, we never actually bothered looking into that. And that should, I mean, and there's some tasks and stuff. We never actually finished killing Nemnock, but anyway. So we're here. Let's turn that on fast. Let's go. Anyway. Now, hopefully, we've got ourselves enough to get the Dragonbane trophy to show up at the very end. If it doesn't, there's going to be a very quick playthrough to both dragon encounters. Oh, my throat. I should be able to get through to 9.
Surely they will spoil.
Alright. There we go. All those are turned on. We want to come up the Travelator.
How does one possess? Eothas will take what remains.
Who did I have to talk to? Rusare. And Rusare. All right. They weren't the one off to the side, were they? Angara. Where have they gone to?
The elf holds his grimoire like a clumsy initiate.
I'll take care of this.
This cannot last. you know.
Crookspur is a blight on the archipelago. I pray that Ngati drags the island down with both claws. What say? What say? If those parasites drew their final breaths, I would hear of it. While Onakaza plays at diplomacy, we are the spear in the guts of our enemies. I have come to expect troubling news from outsiders. Today is no different, but at least you bring me a tale for my grandchildren. Tell Onakaza that the Wahaki accept her authority. If the time comes when she needs to show foreigners the breadth of her power, we will be there. The hospitality of the Wahaki is yours. Respect our ways, and cause no trouble.
3. So before I go any further, let's just double check. That is completed. Alright, back to Queen Onakaza. Oh, that was a fruitful side mission. All that for a bunch of loading screens. Alright, back to Onakazi. And it was Cathartic, sorry. Actually straight south. Alright, all the way up to Seven's Crown. And I think we're going to go all the way to the rooftop.
insufferable.
Seriously, Consulate.
Every corner of the Deadfire babbles of the devastation from Magran's teeth. And Aothas marches on Ukaizo while I juggle armloads of enemies. This is no coincidence. Nagati is testing me, I say. If you have spent any time in the Deadfire at all, the myth of lost Ukaizo can be no mystery. Akira, and with good reason. They say the beaches of Ukaizo spanned impossible horizons, and its towers graced the light of distant stars. At night, I even... For what do the tribes not fight each other? For what are we united if not to take back lost Ukaizo? Under Wodika's gaze do we keep order. Atop Nagati's seas are we tested. From Akuhu's bowels do we carry wisdom back to the tribe.
You sure that's wisdom?
Revelation comes from unlikely places, soldier. I say you should have learned this on the battlefield. The gods want this for us, I say. We have come this far to restore order and earn back our empire. So, Watcher, do we unite and sail for Ukaizo? Akira, to Ukaizo and the prosperity of the Huana.
Yeah, tell me about it. How are you, Keita? I'm hoping we finish it tonight. We can often do something a little bit lighter for a little while before we hit the big ones of Divinity Original Sin and Pathfinder. At least hopefully they won't have ridiculous loading screens, I hope.
The Huana are strong, but our foes are stronger, richer, more relentless still. I say that the gods have delivered us an advantage we sorely need.
So this is finishing the last faction and the last mission.
It is beyond
and hopefully
time that
that'll
we
be it.
rid
Fingers
ourselves
crossed.
of the trading companies. The Wahaki stand with us. With their howling warriors on our side, I say no foreign fighter will hold their ground. We have studied the chart of our ancestors, seen the Deadfire as they saw it. Matario Cozy will lead us home again.
Well, I mean, a break's always good. I was contemplating when my next forced break was going to be, because a few people around me are a bit sick at the moment, and I'm like, oh, you're kidding. I just got over a period of not feeling well. Except their sickness is such that they lose their voice. So, perfect for streaming.
It used to be that the strength of the trading companies grew by the lengths of an eel's belly. Now they grow fast and unchecked, feeding off all they find. It is my responsibility to defang the serpent before it bites down on my neck, and I need all the help I can get. My guards apprehended a Valian agent prowling in the shadows of the Brass Citadel. By his own admission, he was there to blow up Rawatai's black powder stores. Akira, incredible, is it not? And legally sound as far as the Republics are concerned.
Yeah, true.
You must pick up where the Valian agent left off.
Well, in fact, hold on a sec. I was pointing out to someone today that apparently I'm an idiot savant. At least that's what people keep telling me. I just don't know why they leave the second half of the word off.
Getting arrested?
Now you hesitate?
I'm not hesitating.
After the powder house is destroyed, our prisoner's testimony will point the way to Director Castor. You must not fail me. You will have to infiltrate the powder stores east of the Brast Citadel docks. I leave it to you to live by the sword or walk by the shadows. Here, the agent's explosive.
No worries, mate. Well, if I'm losing my voice, you're not going to hear much from me. But we will have a bit of a talk at the end about plans for the future in terms of, I mean, Friday's going to be an interesting game, whatever it is, and potentially what next Wednesday's RPG is going to be. So, yeah, looking forward to it. All right, let's get to it.
Akira, good. I can only wonder what powers pull at your attention. For Ngati, I say you must be a tricksome fish. For Wodica, I say order must be restored. The gods will thank you, but not half as much as the Huana.
Alrighty, off we go. Alright, away we go. Oh, yeah, downstairs.
How'd you come by that scar on your brow, Aloth?
This? I found myself in a rather perilous situation with a band of Dargools.
Dargools can be real nasty. You're lucky that's all you got to show for it.
I certainly gave them worse. Not to boast, of course.
Alrighty, Brast Citadel. We're just gonna go outside. And I probably should save. I don't want to really mess this up. I mean, I've only got the one save game left. I'm not sure what build I'm going to take if I have to do a speed run. Maybe something I don't normally play. Maybe a paladin. I don't think I've ever played those before.
So what happens if you dry out too much?
If it is Ngati's desire that I stay moist, she will hasten the rain.
Moist.
A watcher sailed to Hasongo, seeking answers and revenge. He chased the village from our halls, sent dagger to their dens.
Good read. Alright, I'm going to save. We are doing the Huana storyline. We're going to head in there and delete. Okay, so there we go. We have the 3 faction mission choice. Then we have the pirates completing theirs, the RTC finishing theirs, the VTC finishing theirs. So now we'll take the Juana through. And yeah. Never scroll. I don't think that was the one that needed to survive. No, the other one. Nope, can't go back far enough. Well, here's hoping I don't make a mess of things then. Actually, we are going to take you.
And a lantern.
Yoink.
Why is your ignorant farmer winking at me?
Because you deserve it, Consul Hell.
Next time, I will secure a body. Blasts.
Well, you didn't do that the previous couple of times. I don't know if it's going to be...
I was chewing through Cadnua's foundation.
Guess we're about to see.
The powder house is closed except to officers of the Royal Deadfire Company. What are you doing here? I'll escort you out.
No, you won't. Maybe it did. We're going to load in, I think, right at that intersection. Load in at that save screen, load screen. Oh, we just got there.
Reek of that hagfish.
I know what word I'm trying to say. Okay, that one.
The powder house is closed. What are you doing here?
I smell conflict.
There's how I'll pay.
Takes the honor.
Good work, team.
Indeed. I'll take.
don't think I got to pillage this place last time. Because I was too busy running to get out. Which I will be doing after we destroy the lower level. So basically the VTC and Huana mission is roughly the same, it's just who motivates it. And Onikaza was not being very honest when things went south previously.
I don't think I can pull that off.
Makes no difference.
Hey, that wasn't that bad.
Nice. I forgot that that hadn't completely finished binding. Now there is another battle. Small fight, sorry, before we leave.
This indignity
Oh,
will
stop it.
not go unanswered.
Get out of the way, Console Help.
Looks like trouble.
So how did those two just stand there and ignore the battle that was like 10 meters away from them? Oh, it doesn't matter. You're going down. Run!
A shadow comes to muddy the light.
I don't think it put me automatically into stealth last time. But last time I ran straight into them anyway, so...
To your old pets, Watcher.
So, apparently if we were in there when the place blew up, game over. In fact, we've hit a couple of situations where the game would have ended.
I say we bring the fist of the gods down on our enemies.
I suggest we don't go back there anytime soon.
Oh, that takes me back to my childhood.
The gods sure do love you, Watcher. Never met a man so lucky.
I see great potential in you, Ship. When the...
Alrighty, the trial.
Ak, 1,000 swoles he offered me. I should have charged 10 times that.
Payment for igniting Rawatai's stockpile of black powder. Do we have that correct, Andakio?
Ak, it is so, Highness.
Director, you stand between Wodika's justice and Tangaloa's open mouth. Has the time come to amend your statement?
I mean, it's an interesting play. Arrest the saboteur with his items, give it to an ally to carry out the saboteur's mission, and then blame the saboteur. Awesome.
With respect, Your Highness, these charges are absurd. If that man is being paid, it is not from my pocket.
Whereas when we did this under the VTC thing, we were not aware that there was already somebody in play.
You expect us to believe that? This reeks of gutless Valian subterfuge.
They're not. No one's nice people.
Peace, Hazanui. I invited the Watcher here as a witness, and I dare anyone to find a more credible source. Watcher, please state your name for the Kahanga court. Did you witness the explosion at the Brass Citadel? Akira, then it is as I told our guests before.
Then let's get on with it. I want to know what the Watcher saw.
This is madness. Queen Onakaza, I would never do anything to threaten the peace between our people.
Worry not, Hazanui. Under this roof, facts are the coin of the realm. Tell us what you saw, Watcher.
What? No, that's not. This is some manner of jest. Watch her. Tell her.
I knew it! Release this snake to me, Queen. I want to see Rawataian justice done.
That will be enough, Hazanui. This was an attack on my city, and it falls to the Huana to judge the sentence.
No! You cannot do this. The Songrette, the Republics will...
Considering the disgraces on your head, I say not even the Republics will bother to defend you.
It's kind of funny, because in the VTC questline, the High Council of the Republics have shown up to basically kick him out of his job.
You are to be stripped of rank and sent to the gullet for your remaining years. May the bowels of Tangaloa scour the taint of guilt from your soul.
You cannot be serious.
An ugly business, I say, but it is done.
Done? I've still got dead to bury and a district to rebuild. This is just the beginning for me.
You are entitled to some recompense, Hazanui. The Director's holdings rightfully belong to you.
That'll certainly get me started.
Then the matter is resolved. One hopes we can rely on your testimony in the future, should the need arise.
Yeah, they all played me off in their last missions. Again, nasty.
After so much struggle, it was a moment's work to cripple a nation. And well-mannered. Akira, we are nicely paired in these dark times.
And given that when we did the work for the Hazanui, we, assassinated the Queen.
Join me in the garden. I would speak of our future in detail.
Upstairs. Now, I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about this more at the end of the game. Not sure which game I liked more. First one or this one? I mean, the first one felt more traditional RPG, I mean, with a slight variation to rule sets. This took some of the rougher edges off that rule set, but ran it in a very different direction. It almost makes me think of it almost like a Spelljammer, I mean, except with tips.
The Valian serpent has lost its head. The Rawatayan shark its teeth. We have made it too costly for either of them to tarry in the Deadfire.
I would not be so confident. A wounded behemoth is often the most dangerous.
The trials ahead will make this seem the scattering of toy soldiers. But in the eyes of history, your work will be the death knell of their incursion. We are united in the search for Ukaizo. You will go with the full support of the Crown, after Aethus and the homeland of the Huana. When my people know their past, their future will soon follow. With every high tide, I ask Nagati if we are ready. She always leaves me to answer for myself. Ukaizo looms on the horizon, bringing the past with the future. Together, we will show the Huana how to cross it. I have always known that Ukaizo was no myth, just as I knew that Nagati's chosen would lead the way. Take the helm of your ship, Captain. My fleet will follow, and water shapers will clear the way through Andra's mortar. And the enemy's fleet, if it comes to that. May Amira's feather grant you favorable wind, and may Tangaloa open its jaws to our enemies.
Hey, and that is actuary, the last of the factions. So, on our way now. Let's go.
Candied nuts.
Let's go hit the ocean and finish the game. I honestly don't know what direction I'm going to take the final set of decisions, because Aethus obviously, and the gods, when they've had their chats with me, one-sided chats, have set out what is at play. And, well, bits of it seem to be
so the
more...
Crown granted your master an audience. How did it go?
Akira, it went tempestuously. My master says the outsiders have been given too many concessions. Those days are over.
We're built to weather challenges. Not just the Huana, but you and I.
When the dust has settled, we must settle somewhere away from this city.
I would like that.
Who are those two? Just randoms. I won't say the decisions in one were very clear cut. I mean, there were bits you could have played it either way. And even playing it the second playthrough as a pacifist was interesting. But this one is... I don't think... I mean, it's all building to the same set of decisions at the end. I don't know what the ideal outcome is going to be. I mean, I know Avowed doesn't follow on, but you still set the same universe. So the universe can't be destroyed. But what Aethus was talking about, what the Watcher was talking about, what all the other various people have been talking about, it's like, there's some merit to a lot of the choices and some really bad choices in there too. I guess we're going to find out. But we finished making waves, and we're going to hit the ocean. So yeah, at the moment we're looking at...
You delight in touching exotic animals, Akira?
Me? I suppose. Much as the next fella.
Far from these shores lies a garden of anemone. What say we go together?
Oh, if that's those things that tickle your hands?
Good crash. Again! Give me 2 seconds, I'll have to reset everything. I will not miss this. I will not. Well, the trophy stuck. That's the main thing. Alright, let's come back into it. Oh dear. Anyway, just in case I wasn't sick of load times. And in fact, I was about to start deleting the old save files. Well, I was going to make a new save. Now, I did read that it's not so much Obsidian's fault that the game is... back up. Actually, wait a second. I think I was doing real time. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I was reading that it's not so much Obsidian's fault that it doesn't work properly. I mean, it is to an extent, but Versus Evil apparently mucked the port up somehow, didn't optimize it very well, and so the PlayStation 4 version is notoriously annoying. When you play it on the PlayStation 5, apparently the load times are faster and it's a little more stable. But, well, I'm too committed by now. And I don't think it's got a... I don't think the trophy stack auto pops across. I don't know. Don't know. And I'm frustrated enough with the load times and everything else. I'm close enough. Just finish it and have it done. Like I said, I don't recall the...
My friend.
Okay, we'll override our
You
save
hide
file.
your face in a book while the beauty of the Deadfire passes you by.
A readied mind will be far more useful the next time we face dragons, cultists, or vampires.
Not too many of those
ready
left.
to face death. What a...
Okay, delete that. Yes. Delete that. Yes. Delete that. Yes.
Life, I say.
If you never experienced the pleasure in a good book, more's the pity.
Earthas will take what remains of your soul.
Alright, let's now leave the city. We're ready to roll. We've got our sails and...
Next time,
oh,
I will
seriously?
secure a body that lasts.
Game just can't let us go, can it? Had enough of dealing with random encounters.
I was chewing.
Oh, again. Alright, one more time. If it does it again, clearly it wants us to engage. RNG my backside. I to be honest, Ash, I haven't looked at it. I don't mind guides helping me along the way, but I don't want to spoil the ending for myself. I managed to get through Pillars of Eternity 1 without spoiling the ending for myself. And so I know I'm on the last mission here. I do know I'm on the last mission here. I'm not... She's left? Yeah, she's left. I honestly don't know. I mean, I've got a fairly good idea what the decision types are going to be, like what some of the choices are going to be. I don't know which way I'm going to go with it. And, I mean, there's been locations throughout so far where I could have died and ended the game. Which quite obviously doesn't resolve the whole Aethys thing. But I don't know. Aethys has made some good points along the way, but the way in which he's gone about doing it hasn't necessarily been that good. When I did the Seeker Slayer Survivor questline, I didn't feel any attachment to, was it Boudica's physical form? Yeah, that could... Oh, I was quite happy to destroy that. I mean, Aethys started out clearly as the bad guy, but what he's doing on the way, it's one of those things you look at it and go, is there, like, is he doing the right things for the wrong reasons? Or the wrong things for the right reasons? I don't know. Really don't know. Alrighty, let's go through. I mean, I've done this once already with the Principe questline, because I couldn't finish their mission until I got to Okazi. And that also told me that one of the dragons I let live in the game shows up as well. Which makes me wonder if the whole Dragonbane questline doesn't finish until the end of the game too, because the dragon shows up. At least I keep my ship. Okay, the Principes. Okay, we're going to join the game. Okay, we're going to go in and help out. Okay, we are going to place to board. Yep, fine. That was a lot of damage, thank you. Now, if we do this engagement, this one, I think the second one auto-resolves, and then the third one doesn't take place because I've made the dragon my friend. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked out. We might take more damage from Ondrus Mortar, but... And I do know that there is a hostile Okazi that doesn't appear because I've made friends with the dragon. Alright, Alof. You put up wall of any colours, right there. Captain Bassetti, okay. Everybody else, attack.
Take a brush to that pirate of yours before he sheds his fur over my fingers.
Hooray! On we go. And the question is, what good is all this extra loot we're getting right at the very end? And like a typical pack rat, typical RPG player, I have squirreled away everything I've found and never touched it. I mean, I've got reasonable weapons and gear in use, but I don't think I've used stuff to its maximum extent. I've looked in every chest, I've looked under every box. Alrighty, we're continuing on. Big cat behind.
That's it. Lava will be on thick.
Yay, friendly dragon. Right, push on. Zah. I mean, I don't know how much morale's going to help, but hurrah! Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Yeah, I've been to a Kaiser already, but hey, let's not mention that. I don't even think it was a DLC. Actually,
ever wonder what?
Right, too bad, guys.
This is futile. Lava beyond sick.
I know they're constructs, but hey, whatever.
Better that.
Hey, Moatu, you can show up.
That dog won't hunt.
That must have hurt.
And you too, Constable Hound. How'd you come?
This is futile.
Sweet.
Can only surf on one at a time. Oh, that's not nice.
When the wheel has ground you all to dust, only I will remain.
There's a walloping.
Huzzah! Good work, team.
I'll take care of it.
You have only delayed your death.
Okay, we're going to save game. Because I don't know where we're going to be. Delete that one. Delete that one. Delete that one. Okay, so we have all of those, each of the factions. We give ourselves a new save file, and we're going to call it N. All right.
I'll have
Good question. Where do I want to go? Well, I guess we go there first.
Pardon me as I indulge myself.
Hope you got a way of turning off that storm. Looks unfriendly. Mean-spirited, even. Gilded Vale got its name from the way the wheat fields used to look in the sun. But this place really is gilded. Might as well be a different world. Yeah, seems they had a whole different way of looking at things. I'd say I like this one better, but the truth is, neither one seems any closer to me. These great people got a funny way of passing on. They disappear from the world, but leave their problems behind for the rest of us to deal with. I guess maybe that's one good thing that's come out of this. Well, at least for me. I got something to do with my life that doesn't involve hauling or shoveling. I even got a friend or two out of it. Whole world's about to face the biggest test it ever saw. What Aethys is doing, it's gonna change everything. We may not survive. Kith, I mean. You know, I I broke a wheel once too. First thing I thought of when we learned what Aethys was doing. My mom had this spinning wheel, and she loved it. Well, I was playing with it in the way a young child might when his parents are out, and that wheel came right off. It wouldn't go back into place, so I pushed it harder and harder, and pretty soon I'd broken off a spoke. Broke off 3 more trying to fix that. Anyway, I got whipped pretty good for it. That wheel was never the same, even after my dad fixed it. I used to think of the gods as being like parents to all of us. And now I know better. They're children, playing while their folks are gone.
I am thinking that Aethys has come this far, and he will not wait on you before he finishes what he started. If he shatters what is sat in the heart of Ukaizo, this action will ripple beyond the Deadfire, beyond life as we know it. I will make sure that what we find here goes toward the Huana cause. The Crown's faith in Ngati's chosen will be justified. The land of my mothers, as real as anything that rises up from the bed of the sea. Also, smaller than I expected. This should be as interesting as the last time I confronted a god-possessed Adra Colossus. Captain, I am my mother's son. I have seen things you would not believe. What say? Shall we find him, Captain?
Good chat. Okay, so let's 2 down. We'll talk to Aloth last, because he was actually the first companion from PoE 1.
We gonna do this or what?
Yeah, why not?
We've made it this far, yet we're still alive. Might as well square off with my god before our luck runs dry. Reckon it was. Sure, I did some things I now regret. God knows I got plenty of blood on my hands. Tell me, Watcher, can there be a god of light and birth if souls themselves can no longer be reborn?
Dunno.
I'll hold you to that. I thought it'd be different how it turned out, but I couldn't dream of any other way. Now then, shall we go face my god for one last time? Find out what it is we can or can't do in these end times. Whether we're meant to wither or thrive. Consider me your second shadow.
"5 years ago, you controlled the destiny of thousands of souls in Sun and Shadow. But the choice you make today shall define the fate of every living thing in Aeora. I can certainly understand the perils of overthinking matters. I know you'll choose wisely. And no matter what happens, it's been an honor journeying with you. Again.
Well, that was a short chat. Alrighty, team. We'll take a rest. Nope, not an area map. We'll take a rest. And we're going to take the best food we've got, I think. Not forbidden flesh pie, that's for sure. Well, I got 2 of those. What do we have that is good? I'm going to take not forbidden flesh pie, that's for sure. Forgetful Night wouldn't be too bad. I don't know what battles we got coming up, really. Wouldn't be bad to, you know, have a really nice meal at the end. We need 5 food. Can I make that? Make 2 of them. I can make... Yeah, I can make 2 of them. Make 8 of those. You know what? No. I don't think I want to make shark fin, that's for sure. Crusted swordfish wouldn't be too bad, but anyway, look, we'll stick with what we got. But we will take a rest. Hang on, rest. Rest.
Why are you carrying so many eggs? Surely they will spoil.
Because if I didn't, you wouldn't have anything to whinge about. Oh, my ship got repaired. Good job, ship.
I have stood here before. As a boy, I dreamed of a tower made of water. I stood at the pinnacle and made obeisance to Mother Ngati. This tower, this view. Ngati's covenant, the first form of water shaping. It is here, waiting for me. I can feel it all around this place. The ones who built these machines used our connection to Ngati against us. These storms are a perversion of my art, an expression of beauty as a weapon.
But the Inguithians corrupting the Huana, which matches up with the story we heard already. It was the DLC. Yeah, it was one of the DLC.
So beautiful. But look what they have done with you. I remember.
I am the tremor that inspires the tidal wave, the pebble that calls the avalanche. Mother, your son has found his birthright where you left it.
Well, she's going to be happy.
My people never doubted that Ngati's Chosen would find our ancient gift. Takara, I did not share their confidence until now. I am ready, Watcher. Let us finish what we started.
Good work, team.
The machine controlling the storm winds down. The clattering of its machinery settles into a low whir and then, at last, hiccups to a halt. Beyond the tower, the black, roiling clouds of Andra's mortar roll away from the ancient city of Ukaizo, with only a tired sigh of wind to see them off. And on that last breath of wind, comes to you a familiar sound. The ring of a bell. The bell's ringing is soft, not the clangor and torrent you've grown used to. It calls to your soul, and your soul yearns to follow it. Your soul flees from your body and into the beyond, chasing that sound. It leads you at last to Bareth's realm, to that cold platform and room of endless doors.
Watcher, your journey nears its conclusion.
The pallid night stands before you, her gaunt face impassive.
That will depend on the will of Kith, whose desires are ever in flux. Soon you will confront Aethys for what will likely be the final time, and you will do so as the Herald of Bareth, the only creature on the face of Eora to whom he will listen. Remember that.
The pallid night inclines her head to you, black hair hanging lank in her face. She steps back and cedes the floor to Helia with a small, resigned sigh.
If Aethys truly intends to go through with his mad plan to destroy the Wheel, a generation's worth of souls will be trapped in the in-between. So many would suffer. How can Aethys be so cruel? He cannot just abandon them. Aethys must help the Kith find a quick solution.
Abaddon strides forward.
Aethys thrust this crisis on the Kith. They did not bring it upon themselves. Their only mistake was entrusting us to watch over them. Who will help them rebuild their world now?
Aethys will reveal every secret of the gods. Will Kith be able to change the established order if they have no wonder to inspire them? Aethys must help them resolve this quickly, lest every one of Eora's few remaining mysteries be laid plain.
You have misgivings. Good. You should be wary of any help Aethys might offer you. With the wheel destroyed, Kith will tear themselves apart. It is the gods' duty to prevent that happening, lest they doom us all. And as Kith must be ruled, so too must the gods. I say that if Aethys is so eager to throw down the mantle of power and step aside, I shall take my rightful place as Queen of the Gods again.
Kith are strongest when they follow our lead, and we are strongest when we lead in turn. United in purpose with the gods, Kith can accomplish things that without us, they could never have even begun. They must be shown their boundaries to surpass them.
Kith will not solve Aethys' puzzle on their own. And without an established order to fight against, the bonds that bind them dissolve, and they fight amongst themselves.
That confidence is what will save Kith, Watcher. Do not lose it when you stand before Aethys.
Boudica's firm hand is but the motherly smothering of Helia by another name. Mortals should have no special advantages. Only once Kith have striven to improve themselves through trial will they truly know their measure. Kith must suffer to find their strength if they are to survive the world into which Aethys drags them. Our intervention in your struggle would be a cruelty and counter to our purpose.
He lets his words hang in the air for a moment. Gaze level with your own.
See, he wasn't very happy with me in Seeker Slayer Survivor DLC.
Indeed. Kith must discover for themselves what it is they are worth, and of what it is they are capable. What we do for them, they do not learn for themselves. Trial breeds ingenuity. If our work of generations was not in vain, Kith will succeed in spite of Aethys' actions. I have faith in Kith's ability to meet Aethys' challenge. Do not mistake my words for indifference, Watcher. They are born from a fierce belief in your potential, not a refutation of it.
And yet you come to Ukaizo with only the Huana at your back. All that Kith stand to lose. And even then, your leaders could not join hands, squabbling instead over prestige and resources. You believe that will change when my final death comes calling. You are a greater fool than I thought.
Well, you guys have been fighting amongst yourselves anyway. No different.
Margaret is blinded by her affection for mortals. She does not see that entropy is the destiny of all things. If Eothas were wise, he would destroy everything. End life. End reincarnation. End death. Kith have had their chance. It is time to let silence reign.
As Rimmergon's words fade, the Pallid Knight returns. She no longer towers over you, a giant even among the gods, but meets you at your height. She lets the arms crossed over her chest fall to her sides. She speaks to you openly, plainly, an expression almost like tenderness, turning up the corners of her lips.
See, she wasn't very nice in PoE 1. At least I don't remember her being very nice. Interesting what happens when it's your own future being threatened.
Well, Watcher, you know where we stand. What do you believe? Take care that you do not sacrifice all, Watcher. Only what you must. The things you stand to lose, lives, institutions, beliefs, you may lose for good. Now the time has come for us to part, Watcher.
Bye.
I laid upon you a difficult duty. You will be free of it in time, but not now. You have work to do yet. You are no stranger to hard choices. You killed Theos, and when his soul was laid bare before you, you chose to destroy his memories. You freed him from his past. Remember the strength it took to make that choice, and know that you alone may sway Eothas now. When you stand before him, choose your words carefully.
The gods depart one by one in brooding silence. A solitary figure remains perfectly still until the last of her colleagues is out of earshot. Wodica peers down at you, a triumphant grin splitting her weathered features.
Bareth is a fool if she thinks I'll let her enjoy the last word. You are trusted with a heavy responsibility, Watcher. Speaking for mortals, and representing their interests in the future to come. You weren't wrong to trust the Huana. They built their society to last, but that hasn't stopped their tribes from buckling under the pressure of foreign occupation.
But they still exist.
How many of her people did Queen Onakaze imperil while she placated her enemies? How close did her simpleton brother come to drawing his weapon at every negotiation? Then there's the deplorable incident at the Powder House. And yet, they have earned your confidence in a gamble that could decide the fate of all mortals. Why is that? Consider my curiosity appeased. For now, in our grandest plans, you are a singularly unpredictable variable. You play a dangerous game by investing your hope in others. Deception and failure are woven into the fabric of mortals. I can safely promise that they will disappoint you before long. Whether you heeded my wisdom or not, everything you've done to get this far has informed our view of mortal kind.
What the hell did you guys take with you when you were in Gwithians?
I hope you're satisfied with your performance. We've learned much from each other.
Nothing could convince me that mortals are equipped to steward their future. Your efforts to prove me wrong were admirable, and my detractors will likely use your example to oppose my rule. The Juana may reign over this archipelago for now, but Eora is vaster than they know.
True.
The difficult road lies ahead of me. Your alliances have made proving my argument an uphill battle. Well done, I suppose. Aethys will no doubt have a sunnier outlook on mortals and their chances of success. He already has everything he wants, so go and listen to his empty-headed idealism. The rest of us will be sharpening our blades, preparing for the future he lays out for us.
I see great potential in you, Shoti.
You keep falling asleep on me, I'm gonna have to start walking behind you with a pillow. Oh, by the way, the storm's gone. Also, I think Aethys has ended the world. It seems we're all still here.
Do not touch the machine again, I say. The delicate fish can only take so much.
Gods and darnation. My head.
Alright. In fact, what I will do, I'll try.
The elf holds his green one.
Alrighty, let's get some bonuses. And I think that's that one.
Why is your ignorant farmer weak?
Yeah, I think we've used them all up, so we've got our bonuses in play. Back to the Grand Promenade, I guess. Because there was that down staircase, down escalator, downward staircase. Early on in the promenade, I think we're going to go there next. I can't imagine there's too much more left.
So now it comes to this, Aimiko. You think to steal my golden dream, but I will not allow it to happen. My gratitude is yours for disabling the storms. It seems I did not require Rivan's ship to reach Ukaiso in the end. You jest in the face of your death, huh? Allow me to admit how grandly I will enjoy ending you. Until the next life? Nor perhaps not, considering.
Alrighty, there's a priest, a raider, a pistolier, and the captain. We're going to take down the priest first. And Aloth. Check out a wall of many colours.
Ain't you got the decency to die?
How does one possess the time to collect this many fish?
Superb sept. I mean, I don't think it's going to make any difference at this point. What did he have? A fancy breastplate.
This indignity will not go unanswered.
Oh, can't go that way. Okay, there's an exit. Let's definitely make that save. Go in there and fix up our save files. Okay, all of those are set up. Yep. Deep breath.
You descend into the ancient winding streets of Ukaizo. Battered by storms for thousands of years, the ruins bear the marks of their role as the lone witnesses of the god's great secret at the center of the city.
The Ingwithians.
The houses and boulevards are pierced by great spears of luminous Audra. There are no ashen bodies, no birds, no sign or sound of any life. But with every step, the rhythmic pounding in the distance draws nearer. Soon, you can feel the vibration traveling up your spine. As you approach the center of the city, the weathered architecture gives way to more luminous Audra, piercing the ruins, eventually overtaking them entirely. Cresting the top of a fallen tower, you finally get a clear view of Aethys. He stands, legs astride, next to a great stone monument ringed with 11 cavernous alcoves. All but 3 hold a gargantuan skeleton, bones scrubbed clean by the city's storms. An immense Angwithan machine floats above the monument, suspended by invisible energy emanating from a well of light beneath it. Great brass rings spin around a core of metal and Audra at the machine's center. Periodically, Aethys's massive arms swing back. The movement alone is enough to draw great gusts of wind toward him. When they come down on the machine, the impacts are accompanied by eruptions of electricity, fire, and smoke. The hundreds of luminous Audra pillars across Ukaizo sympathetically dim in a rippling wave that spreads out from the machine. The only safe route to the god is a steep ascent along a monstrous pillar of luminous Audra. Intertwined with fragments of Ukaizo's ruins that it has carried through the centuries, the pillar bends in a long arc, towering above the machine. The pillar levels out near Aethys's head, a silent observer to the destruction of the machine it has grown beside over thousands of years. You weave your way along a treacherous, rain-slicked path up the pillar's skyward side. As you arrive at the top, you catch Aethys's attention. Fist pulled back, he pauses to observe you. With the same gentleness he showed at Ashen Maw, he lowers his arm and turns toward you.
These giant skeletons, the skeletons of the gods, because they're Ingwithans. 3 missing is Aethys, because he's running around in front of us. Boudica, who was buried beneath the Splintered Reef in the Forgotten Sanctum quest. And then we had the other one that was in the Not the Beast of Winter, the Winter Quest line from Pillars 1. The who was he? The Titan? It wasn't a Titan.
It may be hard to picture, but this city was once full of life. The Huana, yes, but also kith from many other cultures. Great hanging trees shadowed these boulevards. Gardens sprawled across the open rooftops. Each spring, a festival procession would wind its way from the hillside into this valley. The celebrants would pass through a steep walk among the stalls of foreign merchants, flowers falling upon them from all sides. All people of all nations, together in a celebration of new life. Such was the power and beauty of Lost Ukaizo. Been a while, old friend. Widewin, I did not think to see you here. But few things go as expected when the Watcher is involved.
A Watcher, just the best one.
We were a good team, once. But this isn't what we fought for. Ain't you just burning the harvest because you planted the wrong seeds? An astute observation, old friend. Consider instead that I am giving the soil back to those who till it. Spring must always follow winter. As long as there are people committed to finding the other side of change, the agony will not last. But thank you for challenging me as you did in fairer times. I haven't forgotten the lesson we strove to impart. You're welcome, I suppose.
Can all of that beauty and life return to this place, Mighty One? Has the future of my people awaited them here?
Lost Ukaizo remains only in name, Tekehu. It is a name as barren as this city. If future generations wish to create life in this place, they must look forward as much as they look back.
If we don't fix this mess you're about to cause, the whole world is gonna look this bad. I mean, it's a mighty heavy load you're putting on our shoulders. I just hope we can carry it.
As long as there are people like you in this world, Adair, I truly do. This power has always been in the grasp of mortals. Now you will finally be aware of it. Now you will be able to decide what to do with it.
Gone, please, I'm begging you. What do I do following this? How am I to best serve those still living, to improve our future chances of survival?
The Deadfire and the Eastern Reach are full of animancers, women and men with brilliant minds who can solve this great problem. They will also need people with brilliant souls, like you, Shodi. People who can tend to the spiritual needs of the world in a time of fear and desperation. Remember, the flame you bear is not only light, but warmth. Provide comfort to all who need it.
What right do you have to do this? Destroy the wheel and leave us with nothing? Without even knowing what will come next?
Aloth, we are all, gods and mortals, responsible for our own actions. But inaction carries its own moral responsibility. It is a burden I have carried for far too long. One must always do as their conscience dictates, even if that means abdicating a position of power. But what of you, Watcher? Why have you followed me? Have you come to bear witness to the breaking of the wheel?
No, we're not going to fight him. I don't feel comfortable with him breaking the wheel. Particularly after Pillars of Eternity 1. I mean, it establishes that the universe that this is set in has this reincarnation cycle, and we've only recently fixed the issues that blighted the places we were in Pillars of Eternity 1. So it seems unfair to destroy the wheel. Because as the other gods pointed out, it's going to trap a bunch of souls in the beyond, or whatever it was, in between. Destroy everything? No. Well, we haven't just spent 26 sessions getting to the point to destroy everything. I don't think he really... Aethys' actions seem to imply that he is pitying the mortals, but... I think this... Yeah, that one.
Mortals are already inspired. It is what has pushed them on for hundreds of generations to reach this point in time. Animancy is poised to go far beyond what we Ingwithans ever discovered.
Yeah, well, see, that's the problem from the first game. That was not being used for a good reason.
Why does Helia think I should lend more power to mortals? As do I. From where should mortals draw their inspiration? Very well, Watcher. I will ensure that mortals are inspired by my passing, that my power not be expended in vain. Indulge me in a moment's curiosity. There is something I wish to know about Eora, about Kith, that I can only learn through your eyes. You followed me all this way, dodging an armada, navigating an impenetrable wall of storms, voyaging across uncharted seas, with the machinations of gods echoing in your ears.
Yes.
All the while trusting in the institutions of Kith to get you this far, and earning their trust in turn. Whatever else happens this day, that much is remarkable. I believe that mortals possess the strength to collaborate and shape a future of their own design. Not all of my brothers and sisters agree. By relying on others and coming together in a time of crisis, you illustrate my point. The gods will witness you and question their assumptions about how responsible, empathetic, and sophisticated mortals can be. What inspired your decision, Watcher? Did the choice echo your foundational beliefs? Or were you influenced by observation? I thank you for your perspective. Yours is not the only opinion that concerns me, but for the moment, it offers much to consider. All I ever wanted for mortals was growth. Transformation. Once, my brothers and sisters shared this goal. Some have forgotten themselves, giving into fatalism or tyranny. Others have succumbed to apathy. It brings me great sorrow that crisis is the only way to set the future in motion. Would that I could pass the responsibility of heralding your darkest hour to another. Never forget that trust and coordination between mortals brought you to this place. Your future is built on a foundation of hope, and you have laid the first stone. I must attend to my final work now. I cannot delay any longer.
Okay.
You have carried a heavy burden across the Deadfire, Watcher. Before I go, I would rid you of it.
I got my soul back.
You are free now. As free as any of us can be. Many will come to you for help in the years ahead. Animancers, priests, even the gods themselves. I have great hope for you. But always remember that your future is for you to decide. Use your freedom well.
Can I get Caden Ewer back?
Aethys
Free.
squares himself to the machine. As you move to a safe distance, he draws his fist back and resumes his assault. The blows rain down with increased fervor, but the machine perseveres in spite of his efforts. Spreading his arms wide, Aethys draws power from the luminous Audra clustered around the valley. The energy courses through his body, limbs overflowing with intense light and waves of heat. He returns to his task, each strike bringing with it the sound of cracking stone and twisting metal, the flickering of luminous Audra across Ukaizo. As the ancient machine finally begins to succumb to his strength, so too does Aethys' body, built to withstand the passage of thousands of years. The great Audra statue has finally been pushed beyond its limits. Cracks appear along the hands, then race up the arms. Aethys does not slow his assault, but continues unabated. Its brass rings twisted. The machine spins erratically but withstands the relentless barrage. Aethys stands astride it and pummels the base of the machine. Soul energy begins to flare out from the machine's heart, warping the air with the intense heat. Aethys drives his right fist into the machine's center, the core of metal and Audra. The god lets out a deafening shout, something between a cry of anguish and a roar of exultation. You see Aethys' arm shatter upward from his hand through his elbow. A flash of light and heat bursts from the core, accompanied by a cacophony of destruction. The moment passes, as Aethys' shout echoes throughout the valley. Your eyes begin to recover. The god's work is accomplished. The great machine of Ukaizo has been destroyed. The wheel has been unmade.
Okay.
As Aethys' voice fades, the enormity of what you've accomplished sinks in. You have confronted a god. You have rediscovered the ancient city where the wheel was forged, and you have seen the wheel shattered. What comes next is uncertain, but already the legend spreads of the Watcher, who survived Andra's mortar and stood toe-to-toe with Aethys. On your recommendation, Aethys disperses his essence, and that of the thousands of souls within him, to centers of knowledge and learning around the world.
Well, that was good.
Animancers, engineers, wizards, and scholars of all stripes make astounding breakthroughs in understanding and harnessing the phenomena that govern Aora.
Well, good work, me.
While some of these developments prove beneficial to Kith, others are decidedly less so. But such is the price of innovation. What remains to be seen is how, indeed whether, they will restore the cycle Aethys has broken. Reclaiming Ukaizo is both a symbolic and a practical victory for the Huana. The ancient city is a potent reminder of their people's ancient glory, and it promises to be a much more easily defensible capital, especially with the storm controls of Andra's Spire close at hand. The other tribes unite under the Kahanga and dedicate themselves to rebuilding Ukaizo and relearning its secrets. The Valian Trading Company continues its operations in Deadfire, though it is forced to renegotiate many of its contracts with the newly empowered Huana Crown. Company leadership finds that the new terms are much more favorable to the tribes than to their own interests in the region. Due to these changes, the Valian Trading Company eventually withdraws most of its people from Deadfire. The Royal Deadfire Company is allowed to continue trading in the archipelago, though they are forced to submit most of their outposts and fortifications to Huana leadership. The storms across the Rauatayan mainland subside along with those of Andra's mortar. However, Rauatai regards this respite with a wary eye, ever mindful that the machinery at Andra's spire remains under their foes' control. The battle at Andra's mortar leaves the fleet of the Principi Sen Patrena in shambles. Thus sundered, they fight among each other until they are little more than squabbling bands of pirates. They continue to harass unguarded merchant vessels, but they are fit for little more. Gone are the dreams of empire and the hunger for primacy. Despite other tensions across the archipelago, Port Maje remains a model of peaceful, productive cooperation between the Huana and the Valian Trading Company. Though they do not always agree, Governor Clario and Storm Speaker Ikawa work together for the mutual benefit of their people. As the balance of power changes in Deadfire, so too does Nekataka transform. Though the Kahanga monarchy moves its new seat of government to Ukaizo, Nekataka continues to be a busy and important city. The pirates continue smuggling food into the gullet, and the Raparu embrace their benefactors, aiding and concealing their smuggling operations. Over time, the gullet becomes a hotbed of piracy.
It already was.
Ukaizo reveals more about the ancient art of water shaping than the guild could have hoped to learn in another century of work. With this new knowledge, water shapers across the archipelago wield the currents and bend the waves for the pleasure and benefit of the new Huana nation. Your brief encounter with Letharn proves deeply influential for the children of the Dawnstars. Plagued with nightmares and haunted by the deaths at Hesango, Letharn begins questioning his faith in Aethys. At first, his fellow Dawnstars chide him, but that changes as word of Aethys' deeds at Ukaizo spreads. After all, what business have they worshipping a god who denied his own legitimacy? The faith of the children of the Dawnstars fades, but their commitment to the people of Deadfire does not. They continue feeding, healing, and helping the neediest, just as they have for decades. It is no longer a holy mission, but it is a mission all the same. With the Adra at Pokakohara destroyed, and hopes of a Valian outpost dashed, the tribes resolve to leave Tikawara behind. Small and mobile, they move amongst the Kua'orakuhu Islands, where they escape the notice of larger powers. The dragon, Neraskirlas, no longer passes between Aora and the White Void, and the dead flow slowly breaks apart, exposing the temple long frozen within.
Yay!
Under Halfyorn's guidance, the Harbingers of Dusk resettle within Remergon's temple, vowing to forever protect it from the defiling touch of outsiders. Over time, the group becomes increasingly reclusive and fanatical.
Not so good.
Attacking any who dare approach their holy site. In besting the Beast of Winter, you earned the Death God's mercy rather than his enmity. The deity remains characteristically unforthcoming about his decision, and you're left to wonder whether in doing battle with him in the White Void, you somehow furthered his apocalyptic ambitions. Once repaired, the Adra at the primal island of Kazuwari again pulses with the flow of soul essence between the here and the beyond. The feral life on the island flourishes, the jungles and veld growing ever wilder and resistant to settlement and exploration alike.
Who?
The faces of the hunt continue to rule the Crucible and Gallowains, or rather, Tawamawai's name. The trials summoned by the statue grow deadlier with each season, until only those rare few willing to brave the gravest of dangers seek out the bloody ordeals of Kazuwari. Like the other souls following in your wake, Muatu eventually yearns to move on to the beyond and the wheel. Stymied by Aethys' actions, however, he settles on returning to Kazuwari, where he joins the choir of souls that echo throughout the Crucible. Hundreds of Kith, and no small number of Wilder and Primordials, flee from the Black Isle, their minds a confused collection of inconsistent and contradictory memories. Each escapee bears knowledge that was once lost, and agents of the Hand Occult across Ayora worked tirelessly in the years that follow to hunt down and end these fugitives. They find far fewer than they hope. Slain by your hand, the Titan of Wal poses little further threat to Ayora. As the corpse decays, it putrefies into a massive nest of hungry fungal monstrosities. Vessels that anchor off the shores of the Black Isles tend to go missing, only to turn up shipwrecked months or even years later against distant shores. With time, the body collapses upon itself, and the Black Isles finally implode. Though your adventures alter the destiny of Ayora and the balance of power in Deadfire, they also leave a lasting mark on those who travel at your side. Your companions find themselves changed. In ways, Adair returns to Hisongo, where he reunites with Byrne, the son of his former lover, Alava. The boy takes heart in Adair's account that Aethys and all the other gods were false, petty, and unworthy of the love of Kith. Realizing how close he came to dying for this cause, Byrne finds renewed purpose in working alongside his uncle to repair the many scars left upon Deadfire by the gods. Under Adair's guidance, Byrne grows into the kind of irreverent, stubborn hothead that would have made his mother proud, and Adair visits her gravesite, often to tell her so. Shodi is not a priestess who understands the meaning of subtlety. As such, she makes her girlish crush on Adair painfully obvious from the moment she first sets eyes on the strapping fighter. Early in your travels, Adair appears discomforted by her persistent flirting.
That's not the way the game went.
He often grimaces when she sidles up to him, and he takes endless pains to keep their conversations terse and to the point. But after a little smoothing on your part to nudge them in the right direction, Adair makes an effort to view Shodi with an open mind. And Shodi begins teasing the veteran fighter in a more companionable and less amorous manner. After saving each other's hides a couple times and sharing more than a few laughs, the two form an easy, and you suspect, lifelong friendship. Seemingly lit with an inner glow, Shodi takes to a new life of mission work with gusto. She still is committed to shepherding souls forgone, but having realigned her goals with that of her fellow Dawnstars, she now endeavors to help the living as much as the dead. As you travel the Deadfire, you find her sleeping better and laughing more often. When the time comes for her to return to her temple in Neketaka, it's with a clear wistfulness and much lip-biting on her part. She leaves you with her sickle and a hastily scrawled note. It reads, "A keepsake from a path once walked. Remember me, Watcher, for I will forever dream of you." Though the two of you no longer travel together, Shodi holds fast to the memory of you in her heart, remaining your fierce and doting girlfriend, faithful even in her absence. You receive a missive for every day apart, though they often arrive in a single bundle some weeks or months past. In them, she writes of how she misses you, how you are like a fire that burns inside her, how one day surely you will be reunited again. Until then, she prays for your safety as she continues to labor in service to Gon. Aloth renews his commitment to destroying the Leaden Key. With the wheel broken, loosening the god's stranglehold on Kith is more urgent than ever. It is a lofty goal, and one he does not expect to finish in his lifetime. But if there's one thing he's learned from the Watcher, it's that a single person can change the world. You let Romaro go, and the former pirate ostensibly set sail for the trade lanes of the Eastern Reach, the Edier Empire, Old Valia, and the Republics. For the remainder of your time together, Seraphon seems, if not exactly happy, at least contented with the outcome of your confrontation with his former mentor at Sayuka. When he leaves, he does so with little fanfare. Nothing but a roughly scrawled note slipped under your door. Be seeing you, Cap. You hear of Seraphon from time to time, in rumors and sea tales. He prowls the Deadfire, a brutally efficient killer, never long for any ship and never close to any crew. After reporting back to her superiors for the Watcher's actions against the Valian Trading Company, Palagina is rewarded with reassignment home to the Valian Republics. She spends the next several years as the head of the household guard for the Duke of Anchenze. In this role, she is often lauded for her courage and loyalty. Even with all of the praise, there's still times when she cannot help but feel she could have had more influence on what transpired in the Deadfire. Pleased with the Navy's conduct throughout the Deadfire campaign, Maya returns to active duty. She can find a free drink and a sharp salute anywhere she goes in Rawatayan territory. In recognition of her performance, the Navy attempts to give Maya less strenuous work. She flatly refuses, throwing herself into the fray whenever she can. Her rifle never has time to cool. She looks forward to seeing her brother again. So does Ashiza.
I don't remember that part of the quest line.
Takehu never intended to grasp at the destiny his coming foretold, but he finds himself doing just that. He sails from island to island as an emissary from the gods to the Huana people. The tribes welcome his message and use it to bridge their traditions across the archipelago. Huana unity has never been stronger. With Ngati's covenant firmly in mind, Takehu feels confident enough to reshape the very Deadfire. Your farewell is short and cordial. Nothing further needs to be said, and you wish each other well. Takehu does not look back. The sea feels restless in his absence. Your pursuit of Aethys and your journey to Ukaizo signal the end of forces that have shaped the lives of Kith and the course of nations. The cycle of reincarnation has been broken. The storms of Andra's mortar have calmed. Yet each ending promises a new beginning. As the sun rises over Ukaizo, Kith turn their gaze eastward, wondering at what lies beyond, and at the world they will fashion for themselves. As the Watcher of Cadnua and the former Herald of Bareth, you return to your ship and begin the long journey home. You hope for calm weather.
Dun, dun, dun. This is the end of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. So, Pillars of Eternity 1, well, what is going on with the game? Please don't tell me it's going to crash. I hear music. It's credits. Right, we're going fast through the credits. Yeah, so, it's a, well, Pillars of Eternity 1 was an isometric style RPG in the, I guess, in the spirit of games like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Icewind Dale. This was an enhancement on that. It's an Obsidian RPG, same universe. Moved on. Thank you for the raid. All right, now what I'm going to do is I am going to my options. Now what's happened is I've just finished the game and hit every trophy but one. And what's happened is I think one of the trophies, I don't know if it was a save got corrupted or what. And as a result, thank you for the raid. Welcome aboard, everybody. Oh, hang on, a raid on Rumble. Interesting. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my channels. Normally I get raids on Twitch. Nice to see a raid on Rumble. Didn't even know that happened. Okay, so welcome aboard everyone. I'm an Australian variety streamer based on the East Coast. Stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 9 PM to roughly midnight Australian Eastern Standard Time. Daylight savings during summer. Then Wednesday night is my RPG night. It's the same actually. Let me just learn to spell. There we go. Okay, right, so yeah, okay, so Wednesday night is my RPG night. So I've been streaming, I streamed the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights, worked my way through a bunch of Obsidian games, like, I can't even remember them at the moment. We did, what's the one in the Plains? Torment? Planescape Torment. We did Torment Tides of Numenera. We've moved into Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. Now that that's done, I'm probably going to have to do a quick speed run to the first half of the game to hit a trophy that didn't pop. I met the requirements, but this game is really buggy. Really buggy. And so I think what's happened is I had a corrupted save somewhere. And so there's an achievement that hasn't shown up. I'm just having a quick look. It's to do with dealing with 2 of the dragons. And I did that, and it didn't pop. And so I'm going to have to go back and run to that point. And I'll turn the difficulty right down and just blast as fast as I possibly can, because I'm ready to move on to a different game. This is like 26 sessions to get this far. Thank you for the double raid. Hello everybody. Yeah, right, so yeah, Wednesday night, RPG night. Friday nights and Monday nights, I stream from the PlayStation 3. Monday night, I'm working my way through the I think I can continue. It won't let me. Maybe it'll start a new game. I don't know. We're about to find out. This game has ridiculous load times, by the way, and I'm playing it on the PlayStation 4. It is insane. I spent more time watching a loading screen than I have actually playing the game. Yeah, no. So Monday nights, I'm working my way through the Mass Effect trilogy. Before that, I did the entire Ratchet and Clank series. Currently finishing off Mass Effect 2. So I think I got maybe another 2 or 3 sessions there to finish that off, get the plat, and then we'll be into Mass Effect 3. It won't let me jump through, will it? No, we're stuck in conversations. Oh.
Been a while.
Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to jump through this as fast as possible. It won't let me, 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 it won't let me.
Swears himself to the he returned.
Blah 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 blah. We jump through.
As Aethys's voice fades,
Right, blah 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 blah. We jump through. We jump through. Yep. Blah 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 blah. Right, that was annoying. Yeah. So Friday nights, I only recently finished. What was I streaming on Friday night? Oh, the Prince of Persia series. So I did all the Prince of Persia games available on the PlayStation 3, and we sort of set ourselves up for another series. I have the Metal Gear Solid series lined up, but I'm trying to knock off a few shorter games I have from my PlayStation 3 back catalogue before that. Saturday nights is my multiplayer stream. Currently running a Minecraft SMP, and I'm actually splitting time between that and a hardcore super flat that is run with the same mod pack. I'm actually looking to get through to actually finish the game. I didn't even realise it was possible to finish beat Minecraft from a super flat, but hey, we're on our way for that. Sundays is a PlayStation 4 stream. Currently streaming Axiom Verge 2, so a bit over halfway through. I don't normally play Metroidvania styles, but busy playing that right now. So I put out my stream schedule on Twitter and Insta. Hopefully they're going to show up. Oh, no, they did. Sometimes this gets stuck. Anyway, yeah, so Twitter and Insta, I get messages before each stream indicating what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, etc. I'm going to go real time with pause, classic Deadfire, continue. I'm going to go story mode. Now, 102 Bereth's Blessing. I actually think that's everything showing up. I mean, Bereth's Blessings, so it's given it to me. Sorry, brain's just stopped for a second. 102. No, 212. No, they're achievements. 105 can be earned. So that would suggest that the achievement I'm missing is 3 blessings. Which, if I just look this up right now, it is. So I'm missing it. Right, okay. We're not going expert mode. We're not going Trials of Iron. We're just going to do Bereth's Blessing. We are not going to level scale. We're going to burn through some of these. Okay, we are going to not worry about... I'm going to go level 4 start. I'm going to go... bonuses, explored world map, bonus skills, good gear. I don't really care about that. Don't really care about that. Ooh, Edie gets a puppy. Not worried about that. Better gear. Discount. Whatever. I got 15 left. 50,000's a lot to start with. And start with 5 grand. Sunday, Axiom Verge 2. Yeah, so I put out messages on Twitter and Insta before my streams. I have a Discord, which also puts out messages when the streams go live. And not only that, but it also has a giveaway which I run every week. And so if you hit the Discord, you'll see a channel in there called giveaways. Head in there, you'll see a blue button. Click the blue button, automatically the draw. Draws before Sunday stream every week. This week, copy of Heroes of Hammerwatch 2. So, yeah, tonight being an RPG night, we're going to be talking about what we were planning to do at the end of Pillars of Eternity 2. Well, I was hoping I didn't have to go back into this. Well, start and skip intro. I'm going to skip intro. We've been through this already, 26 sessions. We will hit some shorter titles. Now, it is dedicated RPG night. We are going to be doing the Pathfinder and Divinity Original Sin games. So 1 and 2 of each of those. Pathfinder Kingmaker and Pathfinder, and Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. So that's going to be hundreds of hours of gameplay yet to come. So that's 3 hours a session. That's like 40 odd sessions at least, probably per game. And we've also got a bunch of shorter titles. So there's a whole range of Japanese RPGs I've got. Like I've got the entire Atelier series. Looking to play those. I've got Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, which I played on the PlayStation 3. It's one of the first things I streamed after Minecraft. Got Ni no Kuni 2, so I've got that as well. Plus Ni no Kuni 1 on the PlayStation 4. There's another trophy stack to get. And there's, I don't have, well, a couple of the Final Fantasies that I picked up PlayStation Plus, but there's not a huge amount else than that. But each of those titles has tons of gameplay available to it. Plus, we also have some non-traditional RPG titles. I mean, Hatterful Boyfriend, I've been hinting at that. I mean, that's kind of visual novel-ish, but it's also RPG-ish. So, I mean, those sort of games will be dropped in on a Wednesday night, and we might alter it around a bit. Monday night is sort of setting up for the longer titles, the longer set series. So yeah, once I finish the Mass Effect trilogy, I'm actually thinking I might put Metal Gear Solid on that night, and then save Friday for the shorter titles. Like, for example, recently I did my brain is not working right now. I'll look it up. Datura. That was weird. But I've done weird, like, shorter games on a Sunday, which is my PlayStation 4 nights. I did the entire Infamous series across the PlayStation 3 and 4. Done things like Concrete Genie, Endling, Erica, Never Alone, obviously all the Prince of Persia's, Rhyme, Stories Untold, Submerged, both the and Hidden Depths. Subnautica was actually kind of fun. I didn't enjoy Below Zero as much. I did the 2 Siberia games, 1 and 2. They weren't as much fun. Deadly Tower of Monsters, it was interesting. If I didn't get it on PlayStation Plus, I probably wouldn't have got it. Adam's Venture, again, a variety of games that, to be honest, I wouldn't normally have played, but I had access to, and yeah, they've been kind of really enjoyable along the way. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm working through, and obviously there's a couple of nights where there's big multi-session, many session sessions being played. Yeah, I could just stream the one title from Go to Woe, but keeping it this way keeps the interest level up, for me at least. I'd probably get sick of just one game for hundreds of hours like that. That said, I got sick of this. Alright, we're going to jump in. We're going to go Slack mode. We're going to skip intro. We're going to take... I was saying we might run something a little different. Now, for those who've been on my streams before or watched my stuff, thank you for the raid as well, Johnny Boy Gaming. A couple of raids tonight on Rumble. I'll be honest, I didn't know Rumble could do raids. Probably that's me not understanding Rumble that well. The other part of it too is... what was I talking about? Yeah, so now my RPG setups. I tend to run a Paladin as my main, and that's even the same with tabletop gaming as well. Right now...
An ancient dwarf
yep,
shares
okay,
this.
skip the chats. We want to go fast, don't talk, just run. Yes, talk to Bereth.
Sit. Please.
Yep, fine, sit down, skip through the conversations. Okay, so there's 4 missions. 1, 2, 3,
woman seated at the table
4.
is
Yeah,
clad
so
in
there's 4 missions I
time-worn
need to do to
black
get to
armor
one
that
of the
seems
dragon
too massive for her to move in.
missions, and then there's the 5th one is where the other dragon mission is.
A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a...
Some people say that given that the... Okay, we're going to go... What did I do? I think I was a benevolent soul in... I mean, not that it really matters. I was one of those. Yes, that's what happened.
Good.
Yep, continue.
Do you remember when you last
yeah, I spoke to everybody. Yes.
You came to that. You prayed for
No,
help.
well,
in
not
reaching
really.
Thales. Still,
she places...
you had need. The being that though Aeth, you and he
Skip.
are still connected. He has chosen a body.
Skip. blah,
No.
skip,
She
blah.
delicately places a card up.
Skip, skip,
I know.
skip,
They're
skip,
so
skip,
good.
skip,
Before
skip.
you, when you can pick.
Okay, we're gonna start from scratch. Male. I did go elf-ish last time. I think we're gonna go human this time. We're gonna go ocean folk. We're gonna go single class. Okay, so normally I run a pally. The problem was my pally the class of pally, the school, the faction was healing focused, not combat focused. Or barbarian. I've played a barbarian on tabletop a couple of times. I haven't really played it. Confused when frenzied. No. Mage Slayer. Cannot use potions or scrolls. Well, that doesn't affect me. I never used them to begin with. Oh, hang on, which one do I want? Frenzy, I think. Thank you. Right, we are gonna oh well. I mean, yeah, it's suggesting I should dump points into various builds. Really don't know. Really don't care. We're going to go Deadfire. We're from Deadfire initially. I was... Now, my initial character from PoE1, which I tried to import, was a slave initially. I think I'm going to be... Hunter. Proficiency. Barbarian. So, gonna be not daggers, not a half sword. So not I don't really like the sabers or the rapiers. I went maces and axes last time. We'll go probably classic swords. That's a two-hander. Or two-handers down below. We'll go one-handed sword. Sword and shield, I think. Yep, large weapons. Portrait. Yeah, I favour that. Yeah, cloth colours, whatever. I don't really know. Make him fair skin. I know we're talking Deadfire, so we'll go with that. Give him grey. Actually, I ran grey hair last time. We'll go dark hair this time. And go green eyes. Not that it makes much difference. His hair. Gonna fix his hair up. Make him a Fabio. That works. Voice, we're gonna go smooth. Yeah. And I'm heroic, of course I am. Name. Dragon. Dragon Botherer. Alright. Yep, all good. Time to push on. Alright, we're going to go fast. Like I said, there's 4 missions to get to the first dragon encounter, and then the second one is right after.
Find Aethys.
With a quick gesture of
a chime,
the dwarf.
The other part of it too is apparently, even if the game is bugged, sometimes the trophies associated pop if you reload in or pop at the start of the new game. So we're about to get to the start of the new game. I might reload because I did keep a save file with the second dragon encounter from my first party. We'll run past that. If a trophy pops, then that means we go to a different game next week. Otherwise, we'll be back here probably for 2 sessions. No run? Nope. Fine, go slow. Alrighty, let's roll. I had so many pets last game.
The return to your body feels like waking after a... I dare watch it.
No, how you... Me?
Oh, whoops.
No, it was you. Don't worry, it'll all come back. Well, if... Anyway.
I hate the voice. I had knew. It is only the...
Okay, skip conversations as far as possible.
There's gear in that wardrobe. Take what you need.
Gear up.
No.
Alright, make myself pretty. Brigandine, 8 for breastplate, 10 for Brigandine. Ali's bounty, we put fine, whatever.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
Run, 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 run. Our ship sinks eventually. And then we get stuck in all the load screens.
Get armed and suited up. We gotta get on deck.
Yep, whatever. I'm gonna go. Gonna launch into a frenzy. Already am. And well, just take you down a random pirate.
Defend the ship!
Good work, team.
Storm's picking up! Take cover!
Alright, get through this bit so I can save and then load a separate file. Okay, skip, skip, skip. Funnily enough, I never actually faced this Titan in the Seeker Slayer Survivor DLC, which is what the image is from. Probably because I didn't run that particular set of things. My socials didn't show up in a couple of windows. Hold up a sec. Why is that the case?
You've been getting a lot of sleep so far on this trip. I'd have woke you, but you look so peaceful with your face in the sand. If you're worried about the ship, you can stop worrying. So far...
It's a relief to see you awake, my...
Shh. Oh, there. Let's see about the... I don't want to be
For now, my lord, if it is not too taxing, could you...
Sure. Well...
Okay, Ida is going to stay a fighter. Alright, I can level up. Not going to bother with that.
So many souls lost.
I go fast.
Surely someone else
Grab gear.
Hope the rest of those swap bastards made it.
Spy! Magran, here! My flame burns yet!
Hang on a sec. For some reason, a couple of the channels did not get a response. Yeah, now they all have it. Right. Alright. Gotta rush. Helping Hands is... I'll level up in due course. Just give me a sec.
Hey, I can't see much of anything really. Store weird. Oh,
Still seeing ghosts, huh?
Alright, now I did say I was going to save the game, didn't I?
Mind the boars.
Just quick. Grab the meat.
Watch and learn. It is good to see you, what the bosun.
Okay, helping
hands in that
hands.
cave over there. I will see to a camp.
Alright, I don't know that I necessarily want to run that. We're just going to go straight as fast as possible.
I got this.
I mean, I will just save. We'll do... What happened to my other one? Overwrite that. Save game. Delete that. Nope. Cancel. Yep. Delete that one. Delete that one. Okay, we're going to load and see whether I can't get. So there's all my finishing up. So here we go. Lair of the Ancient is the second dragon. Now we know the first dragon survived because he came back and helped us in the end game. Not sure whether this mission corrupted itself. Now, some things were saying you don't get the encounter, you don't get the benefit from it until the end of the engagement with Aethys at the end of this mission, but we'll see. I mean, if it pops, then it pops.
Of course.
No, not that. I want to see the map. Yeah, okay, we haven't encountered everyone just yet.
Faith, 'tis a right foul stench.
This
Yeah,
place
ignore.
feels like hell in the stories Uncle Angbert used to tell me to make me behave as a child.
Here comes the dragon.
I never saw such creatures before joining your crew.
Yeah, well, you should have joined me for the first game. Okay, yeah.
Comes, have I not?
no.
Just realized.
Okay,
An easy meal is squeal and scurry, or do not. I will suckle them. Do you now? Or perhaps you are a tough one? Tougher than these with Thune. Should I believe, even were it so, the fire feeds me. It can cause me no harm. I suppose I slumbered for I fly.
Right, she survives. Dealt with that. That's the second one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's the plat. Done. Done, 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 done. Done. Okay. Let me drop everyone in the chat and put some tunes up. Because now I will have a look and see what the other let me put tunes on. RPGs I've got that are shorter and are going to be a bit of fun. Let me just double check the trophy connected. It did. There's the plat. Goodbye, Pillars of Eternity to Deadfire. You were the most annoying RPG I've played so far. Well, actually no. Icewind Dale was annoying. Wait, no. Torment Tides of Numenera was frustrating. Probably because I didn't really understand it. The mechanics in it that well. Neverwinter Nights, it was a little bit of a change. Pillars 1 was okay. It had some load times. This one just had ridiculous load times. Ridiculous. Anyway, so what do we got? We have... I'll look in the background. We have a whole range available to us. So I've got things like more action-y type RPGs like My Time at Portia, Portal Knights, both of which are hundreds of hours of gameplay. Oceanhorn, yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards something a little bit more semi-realistic or semi-more normalized. I'm looking at maybe something like Kodadama. Kodadama. The Seven Mysteries of Fujisawa. I'm really interested to see how that's going to turn out. That's a visual novel / puzzle. I know it's not necessarily RPG specific, but it would be a nice palate cleanser after what we've been through. There's another couple of games that I got lined up. Like Stranded Deep's not really an RPG. Trek to Yomi's not really an RPG. Had a Full Boyfriend, again, still in that whole visual novelty type thing. Tempted. Very, very tempted. I mean, I've got a lot more action games and things like that, but no, tonight's meant to be an RPG night. So, yeah, Kodadama 7 Mysteries of Fujisawa is an option. I'm not sure how long it is. If it's fairly short, then we might be able to just do it as like a palate cleanser, which is kind of what the whole point of it is. Actually, wrong search. I'm going to have a look at my catalogue that I got, and we'll see. There's I want something a little bit shorter, and I got a lot of PS3 games yet to play too, so not necessarily keen to jump straight into one of those. So, like, for example, I'm playing the Mass Effect games at the moment. Yes, they're RPGs as well, although I don't see them in the same class as RPG as, say, the D&D style ones are. And obviously, as we're heading into Pathfinder and Divinity Original Sin, that's that sort of genre. I mean, like I said, we've got the Atelier series, but that'll take a while before we get to those, and they're going to take a while too when we run them. A quick scan into PlayStation 4 land. Even things like Tales of... I saw the tons of DLC. Okay. Akiba's Beat and Akiba's Trip. I don't know that that's going to go down well on a stream. Ark Survival Evolved. I never really got into that. Azur Lane Crosswave. Now, that it is. I'm not going to say what it's about. if you're interested, go and look it up. Sirlane Crossroad. That is certainly going to be something different if I played it. Yeah, so the Baldur's Gate ones I've played, I think I played them on the PC. Now, obviously I've got them again on the consoles. Play them to get the trophy as well at some point. Oh, Dark Souls. We're not going to run Dark Souls. I want something smaller. We've got other things like Final Fantasy X. That's 200 hours. Nope. Ooh, we could do Galaxy of Pen and Paper. Or, was it Knights of Pen and Paper is the other one? Yes, Knights of Pen and Paper. They're relatively short to get the plat. I mean, they're fun games. I've played them on a variety of platforms. Wouldn't mind going back to them. Van Helsing, Adventures of Van Helsing, or ARPG. See, we've come out of the tabletop world, really, for RPG night. I do want to keep mostly to that sort of thing. Well, I've done the Middle-earth games. They are RPG style. Yeah, Knights of Azure. That'll be interesting. Not playing Nioh on a Wednesday night at the moment. Yeah, so I got Pathfinder Kingmaker and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. They're big games. They're going to be, yeah, they're going to take a while. Pillars of Eternity 2, we can tick off now. Yeah, so I will have to go back and play Planescape Torment, Icewind Dale, Pillars 1 and 2, because I've now got them on the console and I want them on the plats. Not Pillars. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. We've been through those already. Punchline. You see, it advertises itself as a role-playing game. But again, it's another title that I don't think is going to go down all that well on a stream. Might have to play it off stream, record it, and then edit it down so that I can safely put it online. I mean, games like Root Letter, which was an interesting style visual novel, they appear in the lists as RPGs as well. You don't really build your character as such. You just sort of roll through it. I mean, that was an interesting game. Not going back to it though. VR stuff, but I can't. I don't have the VR set up to roll through. Stream. Stories, The Path of Destiny. So that looks like something which would be worthwhile. It's fairly short, and again, not only so short, nice palate cleanser, slightly different, got a bit of humour behind it. So that sort of thing would be good. I mean, anyone again new to the channel, very chill, very laid back, very laconic, very chill stream. A lot of laughter at my expense. It's great to play some games. I mean, I've played Rustler. That was fun. Grand Theft Horse. That was a fun game. I enjoyed it. Not as buggy as some other games, but no, I enjoyed that one. Okay, Stories, Path of Destiny's fine. The letter S. Yeah, so that's sort of what we're looking at. I will put out what we're streaming on the socials before next week. But look, yeah, 26 sessions to beat Pillars 2. Like I said, Ni no Kuni. Yeah, we're not going to hit that just yet. See, the games like Nier, Automata, and Replicant, I don't know. I think they're more action-y games. I mean, Nioh, Demon Souls, Dark Souls, I would play them. They are RPG style, but they're probably not going to be played on a Wednesday night. Like I said, I've got more dedicated RPG styles to play. Like the Atelier series. What did I say I was looking at? Stories, Path of Destiny, so it's an S. Just finding it to install it now in the background. Here we go, Stories Path of Destinies. See, Stories Untold, when I played it on a Sunday. That wasn't really an RPG. That was partially interesting. The Styx games, interesting. I'm not sure that I would necessarily want to play them at the moment on stream. I mean, I'll get to them at some point. Oh, they didn't even show up in the list. Well, there you go. Oh no, wait. That's because it went to installed. I don't know how long some of these other games are, but I'm assuming they're long. Some of the Tales series, I think, are probably quite long. But not what we launch into next. But the Torchlight 2 and 3. I enjoyed Torchlight 2 when it was still in its semi-broken state. It had a lot of wonderful little glitches that made the game a lot more entertaining. Never really hit Torchlight 3 as yet. But again, I don't know how much different they're going to be on the console. The Valkyria Chronicles and Revolution. Got those. Vampire, Victor Vrand's a long game. Vampire's sort of shorter. 10 sessions. 2064, read-only memories. That's not going to be on the... That's going to be all the way at the top of the list. All the way down the bottom of the list. Letter Quest. That might be interesting. That's shorter. Had a cool boyfriend. Yep, I got that in there already. Fallen Legion looks interesting. So, yeah, we're going to run through some of those. So, look, I'm going to finish up there. So, big thank you to everybody for coming out. The regulars, the first-timers, the chatters, the lurkers, across all the channels. Thank you to the raids on Rumble. I am going to have to look up how that works because, well, to be honest, it hadn't happened before. So, thank you to the raiders. And I'm going to also have to look up a few other details. Relatively new to the streaming world on Rumble, so yeah, some of the features, I'll admit, not 100% on. We have 13. Big thanks to everybody for showing up. Like, seriously, thank you for everyone coming out. The next thing we have, in fact, is going to be Friday night stream. If we're running this, please send the messages this time. Okay, so Friday night stream is going to be something. We finished Ashura last week. We're looking for a shorter title again. I will put the message out on the socials, on Twitter and Insta, to let everyone know what it's going to be. It'll repeat onto the Discord eventually, and the Discord also puts a message up when the stream goes live. So if you want to keep up on top of it, best way to do so. Saturday stream. Multiplayer stream from our Minecraft SMP with a split to our hardcore super flat, which we're going to be going through and getting all sorts of cool things out of that. Sunday is our giveaway. Again, if you want that, hit the Discord. You'll find a channel called Giveaways. Head in there, see a blue button, click the blue button, automatically in the draw. Happens before Sunday's stream every week. This week, copy of Heroes of Hammerwatch 2. Sunday's stream, Axiom Verge 2. We're halfway through the first playthrough. Well, we may be most of the way through the run. I don't know. The save file tells me we're 50% for map coverage and items found, so I'm guessing halfway. And then Monday night, Mass Effect 2. We are heading into, well, we're finishing off all the little side quests and everything and the assignments and setting up for the IFF mission leading up to the final couple of missions. And then next Wednesday, we'll be back here with some sort of RPG fun. It's been quite a good session. So it's a very good night from me to all of you. And we'll see you all again next stream.